What would be your life advice for someone 17 years old, like a version of you? Life's greatest lessons. Life greatest lessons. I'm breathing underwater. Busy, very busy day today here in the studio. It's coming together nicely. All LEDs in place. They just need to be covered and like fixed, but not today. Busy day. That's like the one problem if you're a music producer, DJ, and you're running a label and doing daily YouTube videos about all of that. You're usually very busy. And this Monday is like, it's crushing me entirely. So I'm sorry if this video isn't up to the quality of all of my other videos. I just today don't have the time. And there's like more personal stuff later on today that kills at least 3 hours of my day. So we're doing a Q&A. First question is a question I heard a lot about the remix competition. Someone asking about the BPM of the original song. It's 105. And if you haven't heard anything about the remix competition yet, I'll link it down below in the description. You can check out the full video where I explain the rules, how to participate, where to get the stems, when to submit, and the prizes. Nice prizes. Big speakers. Can I work for you? Yeah, sure. I mean, we're always looking for new interns. Also down below in the description, second link will be a form where you can apply for a job here in the studio. Help me, assist me, learn a ton of stuff. Just like apply. You should live close by. We're located in Germany, Düsseldorf. So if you live close by and you can come here, be an intern, good luck applying. Can I become like Martin Garrix? He's my inspiration. Yeah, I mean, there shouldn't be anything standing between you and being like Martin Garrix. Getting there is maybe 50% you working really hard, and the other 50% you can't really control. It's up to luck. Like being at the very top of everyone isn't just being the best. It's also having the most luck, the combination of both. But I think 100% you can, and everyone else out there can make music full time, no question. You just have to work hard enough for it. Okay, a lot more remix contest questions. BPM 105, the key, I mean, come on, you have to find that out yourself. Do we have to use the whole vocal? No, just like one bit out of the stems so that someone listening to it would recognize it as a remix. Do you have or had any hearing loss? No. I mean, I tested my ears the last time 2.5 years ago. It's all fine, it's all good. I always have the plugs in when I go somewhere loud. Even here in the studio, I don't listen to music that loud. Sometimes yes, but not like constantly, and especially not while making music. Have you ever had an offer from a major label? Yes, multiple times already, 4 or 5 times. 2 times I agreed. So one of them was like a Nina Simone edit. It's out on my Spotify. The other was a ghost production I can't talk about. The other 3 times not, because the offers were just too shady. And even the ones where I agreed, I got like 2%. Like major labels, it's not easy. Like once you're on top, they do everything for you. But as long as you're small, they just kick you. And how much of an advantage does a music producer with perfect or relative pitch have over others? I'd say no advantage actually, because like being able to hear perfect pitch might actually hinder you from experimenting a little more, because you make music for normal people and not people with perfect pitch. And I've also noticed a lot of classical, musically trained genius musicians, whenever they're here in the studio and I try to make something with them, they're like overcomplicated. It's like, I think it blocks you even more than it helps. What's your opinion on music production master classes? Yes, definitely. If you can afford it and you have the feel that it's someone where you could learn something from and the style is close and it's the right level, like not too easy, not too hard, then yes, go for it. As you know, knowledge is key. That's the only thing no one can take away from you. So learn as much as you can. Even like, if someone would take all of the gear, I'd still have the knowledge and could still make the same music. How long did it take you to finally be proud of your music? I think I was always proud of it. At the very beginning, I was so stupid and didn't know a whole lot, so I was proud of it because I thought it's the best on the planet and then realized it isn't. And now I think it's actually good, and so I'm proud. I wouldn't release it if I wasn't proud, at least in that moment of time. If I send you a demo that you like, can you help me getting it released on other labels too? No, unfortunately not. Again, I'm very busy. My time is very limited. I wish I could help everyone out there, but I just can't. If your music is good, send it to the right labels. They will listen to it and release it. What is a fair cut to give someone who wasn't involved in creating but got that beat placed? So I'm understanding that someone helped you to get your song to the right place, right person, and you got paid and they want a cut. That's usually not how it works, but just to keep them like friendly and not having the annoyance of them, I don't know, maybe 5%, maybe 10, definitely not more than that, because they maybe just wrote an email, one phone call, and you spend hours and hours making the song. I honestly wouldn't pay anything, especially not if that wasn't like clear up front that they want a cut. Always all business stuff before. Once the deal's already there, it just creates a mess. How do DJs relate to girls? Are they seen as cool? In my experience, honestly, actually not everyone thinks that as a DJ you have an easy time with girls, but me, younger, starting out, I was always the first in the club, carrying all of my records there, and I was always the last to leave, and I was the only one that didn't drink that much because I had to carry all that stuff, sometimes even drive, and like DJing with vinyl, you can't be 100% fully wasted. Nowadays you can, and most DJs just show up 5 minutes before their gig and then airplane back to the next gig. I don't know, I'm not a girl. I don't know how they see DJs. I talked once with a girl and she said, my mom always told me never ever go out and have a date with a DJ. What did you learn that changed your music to a new level? Honestly, I said it a million times, and it's boring and no one wants to hear it because it involves a lot of work, but room acoustics. If you can hear what you're doing, it will be a lot better, like 100%. At what time do you usually wake up and go to bed? Ooh, this really depends. Like my sleeping cycle rhythm is so messed up. I'm usually latest here in the studio at 10, but I usually already worked 1 or 2 hours at home, first couple of emails and stuff like that. And then until 6, 7 or 8 here in the studio, back home eating and maybe hanging out with friends, and then working again 2 or 3 hours, then sleeping, and this basically every single day. What would be your life advice for someone 17 years old, like a version of you? Life's greatest lessons. Life greatest lessons. Don't worry too much. I don't know, when I was like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, I was worrying a lot about my future, especially since I wanted to be a music producer and DJ. And every day I was questioning myself if that's even possible and if I will ever make it, which cost me a lot of time and like a lot of like trouble with myself and my head, with family and stuff like that. So just like be a little more relaxed. It somehow works out. Usually, like all of my friends who I thought they will never ever like get through life, they all do in a great way. So just go with the flow. How do I make my way into Spotify editorial playlists? That's not really easy. You just make a good song, hope they pick you. You can pitch it to them, which doesn't do anything, and just make enough music and enough songs good enough, and eventually 1 out of 10 might get picked. What do you think about mixing into a limiter? I almost always do it, because then you know what it sounds like at the very end. So I actually mix into a limiter. Not heavily, but I have a master chain on after the first day, like the first draft, and then I get it up to a little compression EQing and limiting on the master, just to know where I'm at. What's your opinion about the Bannermaker EQ 232D plugin? I just got it 4 or 5 days ago, so I haven't tested it fully, but so far it's really good. And we're actually also doing a giveaway. So if you want to get a copy of the Bannermaker EQ, just head over to my Instagram. It's linked down below, and there you'll be able to participate. I love the next questions. How to deal with parents toxicity towards music. I'm from India, going to law school in a few weeks. I feel you. I was lucky, both of my parents are artists, so you might think they were a little more like easy on me also making art, but actually they always wanted me not to make it because they know how hard it is. They wanted something for me that is easier. So they also sent me to like an international business school where I learned nothing because I never showed up. I was just making music. How to deal with it? I think it will be always hard depending on your parents, and nothing will change, and they will try and push you into the direction they think is the right one, and maybe sometimes they're even right, but the only way to get rid of it is to prove them that you can make it work by making it actually work and showing up with money you earned making what you love. So if you can pay your own rent, your own food, and all of that supported with making music or whatever you love, I'm sure they will stop annoying you. So just push it, like just give everything and try to make it work. Are foam bass traps worth it for a bedroom studio? Yes, they will help you a little, but actually making them your own is a lot cheaper. I've already explained it a million times on this channel. It's very easy, very inexpensive, and you can change the look of them and just like install them, deinstall them. The foam stuff, it only helps for the mid and upper frequencies. It will leave your low end, which is usually the worst, untreated, and you will have a lot of problems. What is controlling the LEDs in the studio? It's like a little controller. This one right here, the Color Chief, very inexpensive, 100 something euros, but you see I can change the light to any kind of color. I can also make them blink individually and like blink all around and like all on, off, and react to music. Like, I'll show it to you once it's done. How do I get the same studio desk as you? I made an entire video about how I build it, but it's still not done. It needs the coloring. But just search on my channel for studio desk. You'll find at least 2 or 3 videos. Anyways, I think that's it. Again, if you want to ask me anything, Instagram is the best place, or just leave a comment down below. We'll see us tomorrow back again to a normal, regular, scheduled vlog. Tomorrow is not as busy as today. Today is really, really, really crazy. Crazy.
We just living like it's all beneath.